You are welcome to another video on Banahene Tutorial Collections, and in this certain video I want to showcase to you some traditional and also frequent keyboard shortcuts you can implement on your Windows interface, and these keyboard shortcuts are going to keep you going and also make you very productive. So without any further ado, let's jump right in and explore these traditional keyboard shortcuts. Now this is my current interface, which is a Windows interface. If you want to learn about this particular operating system, I have a video in the description below. Check it out after watching this particular video. Now this is my interface, and when you move to the Windows taskbar, we have these apps, and these apps are known as open and pinned apps. So if you have any minimized app, you're going to have them on the Windows taskbar. Therefore, when you hover your mouse pointer on it, you're going to have a preview of these windows, and you can quickly use the mouse to click to have access of these windows. So let's assume that you don't have the mouse connected to your computer system, or your mouse is not working properly. You can use a simple keyboard shortcut to get access to your open windows. So to do this, you hold down the Alt key on the keyboard and press the Tab key. Therefore, holding down the Alt key with the Tab key, you are going to have all these opened windows, and still the Alt key should be held down. Then you use the Tab key to navigate through all these opened windows. So let's assume that I want to work with the File Explorer window. I just select the File Explorer window by navigating, and when I get access to the window, I'll quickly release the keyboard shortcut, and this is going to give me the access to this particular window. So this is the first keyboard shortcut, and since we have this particular window open, let's assume I want to have a similar window of this particular window. I can hold the Control key and the letter N. So now you can see that I have these two opened windows which are similar. That is, they have similar items or similar interface displayed. Therefore, if I want to compare these windows, I can quickly do that on my Windows 10 operating system. Now if I want to close any of these active windows, what I'm going to do is to make the window that I want to close active. Therefore, if this is the window I want to close, I'll hold down the Alt key and the F4, and this closes this particular window. Select Alt and F4. Now the window that I just closed right now is the File Explorer window. If I want to open this particular window without clicking on the icon on the taskbar, I can use the Windows key and the letter E, and this window is perfectly open. Now let's assume I move to this download location, or if I move to any of this location. In this downloads location, I have these items available. I have an Excel file, and also I have a setup application which can be quickly run, and these are the items in this particular window. In this case, if I want to create a folder in this particular window, I'll make sure that I click within this window and hold Ctrl+Shift+N on the keyboard. This creates this particular folder, and in this folder I can give a name to this particular folder, and after doing so I can press the Enter key. If I want to create another folder, Ctrl+Shift and the letter N. So presently I have used this keyboard shortcut to create 3 folders in this particular window. Now in this case, if I want to delete any of this window without moving the item into the recycle bin, and when you look on my desktop, I have this recycle bin icon. That is a customized icon I have given to my recycle bin. If you want to learn how to do this, I have a video that explains that, and that will be located in the description below. Now if I select this item and I want to delete this permanently, I can hold the Shift key and the Delete key on the keyboard, and when you do this, you have this open dialog box that says, are you sure you want to permanently delete this folder? And you have the name of the folder and the date that this folder was created, and you have 2 options to optimize this dialog box. You can choose no or yes, and in this case I want to delete permanently, so I'm going to choose yes. You can also press the letter Y on the keyboard, and this is going to delete this particular folder. And you can see that this is not found in the recycle bin. Now, another way to permanently delete a folder or a file or any item that is located in your file explorer window is to use Ctrl+D on the keyboard. In this case, this has deleted this item, but when I move to my interface, I have this recycle bin icon which has quickly changed. Therefore, if I open this icon, I have the item located in this window. It means that using the shift key and the delete key has a permanent deletion, but when you use the Ctrl+D, this is going to have a temporary deletion of your item, and this item will be found in the recycle bin. And in this case, if you want to restore, you can right click and choose restore. And when you get back to your interface, you can see that we have restored this item to its original location. Now, these are the items in this window. If I want to select all of them at once so that I can perform any other tasks or actions by copying or by moving it to a different location, then what I can do is to hold the control key and the letter A, and this is going to select all these items at once. These can be applied to the items or icons on the desktop background. If I click, I make this particular interface active. Therefore, if I hold Ctrl+A, this is going to select all these items, which I can move them to a different location, or I can right click and perform any other action using this context menu. So, selecting all items or selecting two or more items on your interface, you can use Ctrl+A on the keyboard. Now, this context menu, if I want to cancel, I can press the escape key on the keyboard. In this interface, when I select this, I can hold Ctrl+C, and this is going to copy this item into the clipboard of the Windows interface. And if I select this particular section, hold Ctrl+V, this is going to copy and paste this item, but your Windows operating system is going to recognize that these items have similar name. Therefore, it's going to add additional information or text to differentiate these two items. So to copy and paste items, you can use Ctrl+C and also Ctrl+V. Now, in this case, if I want to take a picture of this entire window, what I will do is to hold the Windows key and the print screen on the keyboard. So you can see the flashlight, that is the dim flashlight that came when we hold the Windows key and the print screen key on the keyboard. Therefore, if I move to my pictures folder, which is this particular item, and then when I get to screenshot, I'm going to see the picture that I took on my desktop background. So if I double click, and I'm going to view this particular image that I took on my Windows interface, and that will be located in my photo editor application, which is photos. So you can see that this is the file name of this particular image. So if you want to take a screenshot of your interface whenever you are working within this environment, you can use this keyboard shortcut to take an image and perform any other action. That is, maybe you want to send it to a colleague, or you want to use it for any other activity on the desktop background. Now, let's assume that in this window I have a lot of items displayed here, and I want to search for a particular item. I can use Ctrl+F on the keyboard. Therefore, this is going to blink my cursor in this search box, and there is a significant display that shows that this is the search box, and that is the search tab that is added to the menu bar. So in this case, I can type anything in this particular search to search for any item. Another way to do this is to use the F3 on the keyboard. This also displays the blinking cursor in the search box, and you can search anything in this particular field. To close this, you can click on this or press the escape key on the keyboard. Now, whenever you want to copy a particular path of a particular location or the link address of a location, you can use the Alt key and the letter D. In this case, beside the search box, this is the file path of this particular location. That tells you that we are in the C colon, the users folder, the bossman folder, and the pictures location, and currently we have the screenshot selected. So this tells you that we are in the screenshot folder, which is also a subfolder of this pictures location. So when you have this, you can copy and also perform any action within this particular interface. That is, if you want to copy this path into the command prompt window and then create certain directories or files within this particular window, you can easily do this. So let me give you an example. If I copy this and this moves us to the next action, so in this particular field which I have this link address selected, if I type cmd and press the enter key, you can see that I have this command prompt window open, and this tells me that I can perform any action within this particular window. And when you look at this interface, this is the file path I just copied, and quickly when I type the cmd command, I have this window open which has displayed this particular file path. Therefore, if I perform any action within this window, I'm going to have the result displayed in this particular interface. Let's try an example. If I want to create multiple folders, that is maybe 3 or 4 folders in this interface, I'm going to type the md command, press the space bar, and type the name of the folders I want to have in this particular interface. Now I have these 3 names displayed here, and when I hit the enter key, this has been successfully activated. Therefore, when I close this window and get to this particular interface, you can see that I have these 3 folders I created in the interface of the command prompt, and this was done by the line of path or the link address of this particular interface. So these are some of the actions you can perform whenever you have access to your file explorer window. And if you want to learn more about this particular interface, I also have a video that talks about it. Please check it out. And also, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, comment, and let's push this channel to a different level. Now back to our main tutorials. Now in this interface of these items that are displayed here, if I select this and I want to have properties or some additional information about this item, I can hold the Alt key and the enter key, and this is going to display the properties dialog box of this particular item. So this tells you that this is the type of file, which is a PNG file, and this is open with photos. We have the location here, the size of this item, the size on disk. We also have the date that was created, modified, and also accessed, and we have some attributes that are linked to this particular item. So if you want to quickly have some properties of an item in your interface of your Windows 10 or Windows 11, then when you select the item, you hold the Alt key and the enter key. To cancel this window, you press the escape key on the keyboard. Now if I select this particular window and hold Ctrl+W, this is going to close this particular active window. So using the Alt key and the F4 to close windows, you can also use Ctrl+W to close an open window on your Windows interface. To get this Windows File Explorer back to the interface, I'm going to hold the Windows key and the letter E. Now in this interface, if I hold the Control key and the letter E, this also accesses the search box of this particular window, and I can type some search to search for some information or item within this particular window. To cancel, you can press the escape key on the keyboard. Now if I press the Windows key on the keyboard, this is going to display the start menu of the Windows interface. Anytime you click on the start button, you're going to have this interface, and to quickly get access to this, you can use the Windows key on the keyboard, and when you press the escape key, this closes this particular window. Now if I hold Windows and the letter A, this brings out the action center of your Windows interface, and you can access some information, that is all settings, your network. You can also have some projects, some VPN, some screen snip, and also some information that are sent to your computer system through your social media channels and other information that are linked to your computer system. To cancel this window, you press the escape key on the keyboard. Now if you have a lot of windows open on your desktop, maybe 2, 3, and 4, and you want to get access to your desktop and perform any additional tasks, you can use the Windows key and the letter D, and this minimize all your windows. If you want to bring them back to your interface, Windows D, and you have access to your opened windows. Now if I hold the Windows key and the letter C, this is going to open the Cortana of your Windows interface, where you can sign into your Cortana. And also, for the best experience, use your work or school account. This particular app allows you to have a voice recognition. This is a voice recognition app that allows you to search for information using your microphone. You can also type by using your keyboard to get access to certain information. But this particular app is very useful, and when you use them on your interface, it allows you to have much experience of your Windows interface. To cancel, you can use your Ctrl+W or the Alt key and the F4. When I press the Windows key and I have access to my start menu, if I search for a particular app, that is maybe command prompt, this is going to display the best app or the best match of my search. And if I want to open this as an administrator, I can use my mouse to select from this section, but using the keyboard, you can hold Ctrl Shift and the Enter key. And this is going to give you a prompt that says, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? You choose yes to perform this particular action. And now we have the command prompt open as administrator. Please, if you want to learn more about this particular program, I have other channel that talks about this, and I'm going to link the link of that channel in this particular description. Check it out after watching this video, and you can learn more about command prompt interface. These are my traditional and also frequently used keyboard shortcuts on my Windows interface. Let's put this into practice. And also, as I said earlier, if you are new to this channel, subscribe, and also like, share, and comment, and be part of this great community. Thank you, and see you in the next tutorials.